That's right. That's right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasu said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to Sarasu Seti's YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description. It's in the chat. Click it. You get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, uh, uh, handpick all type of decor for the home. We got health products for the family, home decor, health products for the family. Get over there. We got 25% off selected items at this time. Get you something nice, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 2,000 videos, more like 25. All the subjects that you know and love, from the general to raw for YouTube, ancient Egypt, Ethiopia, ancient India, the Olmec voyages of the Nile, Black woman is God, Christianity, Judaism, Islam exposed, Black power politics, education, the whole nine y'all. Occult alchemy. We got it for your family. So we want you to get on over there. We got exclusives from General SETI, also handpicked lectures and documentaries from experts and grandmaster teachers on all the subjects. There is no other website on the planet that can compare, compete. Become a member today. SETI University, generalseti.com. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. The popping is page on Patreon. I don't know why you ain't over there, why you playing game. We got over 500 exclusive live streams only to be seen on Patreon. That's the biggest perk. You get a chance to see the general go live on Patreon. You already know we turn it way up on Patreon. Lectures we couldn't even dream of putting in on YouTube. We got them stacked. Matter of fact, if you go on there right now, we got about we got about 3 hour, 3.5 hours. I got them lectures where it's just so packed with visuals, just stunning. And we got them up there right now. So you want to come over there and get that work. Plus, we got 500 more. You feel me? So the Black Netflix, Patreon, General Seti's Patreon. I'm on Rumble. Subscribe to King Seti on Rumble. Donations. I tell you, I appreciate anybody that have donated to the General. You want to donate? The link right there on the screen, in the chat, in the video description. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, here we go. The hidden worship of the ancient Egyptian goddess Isis, Aset, in Islam. See, these niggas, and they fleeing already. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu fakum. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers striking out already because they know we gonna give them that work. We gonna give them that work. You see? So, matter of fact, I got my one up. Let me get the other one up. Yeah, I don't let you run like that. I put that fire on your ass. You feel me? No, sir, I ain't gonna let you flee. You got to get that work. Where we at? Okay, something. Wait a minute. Let me pop. Let me see. I believe that's the one. We about to drop it, family. I'm just waiting on the lecture. There you go. It popped up. It popped up right there. All right. It popped up right there. Okay. Now, how do you, let's deal with this. See, a lot of people don't know the hand that the Catholic Church has on Islam. You see, they want to deny, but you can't deny. You see the sinister old Pope right there. You know, yeah, he there with his little black Madonna. You know, in a state of confusion. A lot of people, they say that the Virgin Mary is ISIS. That's not true. There's a different entity. It was the entity that was created to replace the goddess I said, but it is not the goddess I said. Let's stop this now. We got to stop this. That's you're latching on. You're latching on to, the paganisology. You see what I'm saying? I can't let you do that now. I can break it down and show you all the facts, the state that the Virgin Mary is not our set. So let's stop this. Key indicators. Okay. But let's let a lot of people, let me go and jump right on in. Let me go to work. See, a lot of people seen the Pope. And the Pope had kissed the Quran, and people was like, what the hell is the Pope a Muslim? What's going on here? You see? Yeah, ain't that Pope John Paul? Yeah. Pedophile Paul. That's who it is. Pedophile Paul. Yeah. Oh shit, yeah. He kissing the Quran and people like, oh, he's endorsing Islam. Yeah, let me get my fly. He's endorsing Islam. Is the Pope is but that ain't what that ain't what he doing. That's y'all in the confusion. No, he it's a hidden message that yet to be revealed to you pagans. You see? Yeah, let me put my banner back in there so I can get in. Yet to be revealed by you pagans. Because you see right there, the sun is on the Quran. Nobody even talks about that. They say don't worship. These Muslim niggas tell you don't worship the sun. All these imam Arab niggas tell you don't worship the stars, don't venerate, don't do nothing. You see, even though you see the crescent above the mosque, even though you see the sun, and they tell you that that the crescent is the symbol of Islam, the crescent moon is the symbol of Islam, but you can go to every Quran. You go to every Quran and see a sun dish on that Quran. Okay, as you can see right there with pedophile Paul kissing the Quran. Okay. And so, a lot of people, we got to, and why is that? Because, see, people don't understand in the mysteries. Okay. See, you niggas read the Bible. Y'all read the Bible, but y'all don't understand the mysteries of the Bible. And that the one that they call Jesus is the SU. He's a Serapis. He's one who is like who hides the truth, and so he's not the son, but he's actually the symbol that they created. You see, to take the place of the solar worship of African people. You see, and so this is why you see the halo behind the head. I don't care which one of them it is. I don't care if it's Jesus. I don't care if it's Muhammad. I don't care if it's Buddha. You see, in ancient Egypt, you would see that the sun disk would be above the head. He was which means he was primal. You see that the sun is primal in the universe, meaning that you can't put you can't put too many things. The only thing you could put before the sun is the black hole. But even when you dealing with creation, you have to is the sun is primal because you can't see creation, without solar energy. Okay, so it's primal in that instance. So Jesus took the place in ancient African spirituality. He took this place of Horus, Ra, which were solar deities. Okay, which were solar deities, and even in the Bible, Yahweh Jesus was called the Amen, where he took and a lot of people say Amen, but the term was actually used in first person as the name or title of a deity. So Jesus was referred to as the Amen. Okay. Now the fact is, what does that got to do with Islam, Sadi? What are you saying, man? But what are you saying? Okay, then. This is what I'm saying. Number one, no goat herder nowhere on the planet had a book. Okay. I just want to be clear about that. Okay, whether it was the Hebrew or the Arab, the pale Arab had no books. They don't and ain't got many now. Okay, because the facts is we just have to look at Egypt. See, when you got a civilization like Egypt, you got a standard that you just can't let people fall below that standard, because they left literature, they left temples with writings all over the Nile Valley, all throughout northern Africa. Today, what you call Arabia, Turkey, that's northern Africa. Okay, so that is an extension of the mother continent. Okay, it is had originally been populated by indigenous Africans hundreds of thousands of years before any of the people you see there today. Okay. So, if you would have seen that landmass, before these nomads, these invaders came in, it would be as mind blowing as it would be an extension of the mind blowing experience of Egypt. It would be an extension of and there are still gems and jewels over there, but those are the Cushites. Okay, those are the Cushite Africans, and they call them all, different names, but those are Cushite Africans, and we can get off into that on a deeper level. But but the Arabs, the pale Arab, his history said that they were reciting poems and shit. They didn't have no literature. The first manuscript of note in their world is the Quran. That's it. If anybody anywhere can speak of a manuscript previous, of the Quran, then bring it forth. There is none. Okay. So the Quran is when the Arab came into the literary world. Well, we got to leave it there, because that's it. We don't have no manuscript. Other peoples that's called by different names, that we won't speak to them. We just gonna speak to the Arab, the one that supposedly come out of the landmass today that follows Islam. Okay, that say they come from Mohammed. Okay, that's who we speaking to. They have no literature before the Quran. Now, what's so, ironic, that I myself, who studied the Quran and studied the Apocrypha of Catholicism, found that there was some similarities that could not be washed away as coincidence, that were in the Apocrypha of the Catholics that ended up in the Quran. Two of those, and wait a minute, do I have them here? Do I have them? I don't want to flee now. I don't want to get far away from the ISIS being hidden worship. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Right here. What we talking about here, the lost books of the Bible, we are talking about the infancy of Jesus. Okay, we talking about the infancy of Jesus. Let me blow that up. If you get the lost books of the Bible, you look for the infancy of Jesus, and it talks about this is chapter 15, and it says, wait a minute, is that do I want to start at that one? Is this chapter 1? Okay, this is chapter 1 of that same book. Oh yeah, right there. Now, what's key about chapter 1, it says this is chapter 1 in the infancy of Jesus Christ. Chapter 1, you see that verse 2, he relates that Jesus spake even when he was in the cradle and said to his mother, Mary, I am Jesus, the Son of God, that word which thou didst bring forth according to the declaration of the angel Gabriel to thee, and my Father have sent me for the salvation of the world. Matter of fact, let me get that out of there. So y'all can't see it. Let me see that end part. Let me get that out of there. Okay. Now that was one of the now what I'm relating to, because what's key, that was one of the main things that the Muslims teach, that Jesus spake and spoke in the cradle. Now I say, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? That was a hell of a coincidence, but it's more than one coincidence that's found in this same book. Okay, it's more than one. Matter of fact, in the introduction of the first gospel of the infancy of Jesus, it brings up that fact. If you read, it's way down here. It says it has been supposed that Muhammad and his coadjutors used it in the compiling of the Quran. There are several stories believed of Christ proceeding from this gospel. Okay, and one of those was that he spoke in the cradle. Now let me go straight to the part in matter of fact, this is the Quran. What this is Surah 5 for anybody out there. Surah 5 uh 110. Surah 5 ayat 110. And it says the day when Allah will say, O Jesus, son of Mary, remember my favor upon you and upon your mother when I supported you with the pure spirit, and you spoke to the people in the cradle and in the maturity. Now, this is Allah talking to Jesus. He say, listen to me. He say, oh Jesus, this is Allah talking to Jesus. Surah 5, ayat 110. Oh Jesus, son of Mary, remember my favor upon you and upon your mother when I supported you with the pure spirit, and you spoke to the people in the cradle and in maturity. So what that means is, even though he was a child, he spoke as one with great wisdom. So he spoke in maturity. And it says, listen now this is another one. I'm going to stop right there. This is also above, I forget what chapter this was, but this is also in the book of infancy of Jesus Christ, the lost books of the Bible, the Apocrypha. And I believe this is also, it's also chapter 1. Chapter 1, because it's over there. It's verse 6, though. And it says, he had also made the figures of birds and sparrows, which he commanded to fly, did fly, and when he commanded to stand still, did stand still. And if he gave them meat and drink, they did eat and drink. Out of clay, out of mud. You see, what made of clay. And they came to life. And that's another thing that's brought up in the Quran as we continue down here at the bottom. Ayat, Surah 5, Ayat 110, down at the bottom, we already, and you spoke to the people in the cradle and in maturity. And remember when I taught you writing and wisdom and the Torah and the gospel. See, that's another thing right there, because it said that Allah taught the Torah and the gospel. Yet and still the Muslims say that the Torah and the gospel is corrupt. Well, if it's corrupt, then they need to present us with one that's not corrupt. Okay, because they had to been manufactured before they was corrupted. So they need to get out there and find us some uncorrupted gospels and damn Torah before they became corrupted. Okay, and I have never seen them come up with one. And yet, I have never seen them come up with a uncorrupted Torah and gospel. I'm waiting. So it say here, and I taught you writing and wisdom and the Torah and the gospel. And when you design from clay what was like the form of a bird with my permission, then you breathe into it and it became a bird with my permission. So those are two things that the Quran took from the Apocrypha of the Catholics. Okay. And so they didn't take it. The Catholics prepared for them the Quran, parts of the Quran, with literature that they had pretty much discarded, but you had to be one of a Gnostic mind, or one who was a truth seeker, who went into other literature that most people wouldn't go, the occult literature, the mystery literature. You see, you had to be aware of that type of, to even know, but they knew that the common man and woman had no access to that literature. So they thought that they would get away by using some of that discarded apocryphal literature that they hadn't added to the canon of the Bible, and they used it to create parts of the Quran. And that's why, let me tell y'all something. Let me see if any Muslims out there. Yeah. So now that's another thing, because they wanted to, and I'm gonna tell you, when you stay with me now, don't you? Because we're gonna be touching, we're gonna turn up on these lessons now. We're gonna turn up on these lessons. Let me tell you something. That's why, see, the Muslims brag that they talk about Mary more than the Christians. That Mary's name is mentioned more times in the Quran than is mentioned in the Bible. And that they got a whole book in the Quran named after Mary. You see, they got a veneration of Mary like that of the Catholics. You see, they have a veneration of Mary like that of the Catholics. You got to watch that, okay? Because they got a book, and they don't even got no book for Muhammad Mama. You got to watch that. You see, you have to watch that. Jesus, they play and say that Muhammad is the greatest prophet. That's a lie. In the Quran, Jesus is the most powerful of the prophets. Walk with me. He's still the Messiah. He was the only prophet that was born pure. Hear me out. Y'all don't know what that means. Let me talk to y'all. Muhammad was a sinner. See, Muhammad was a sinner. Jesus never sinned, even in the Quran. Yeah, he never sinned. He was born pure, holy. That means he had not been touched by Satan. Everybody else, it's only two people that they said had never been touched by Satan. That's Mary and that's Jesus. Nah, the only thing that I know that's holy, ain't never sin, is God. That's it. You see, everything pure. It's and the word is pure. So see, this is the way in which the Catholics trick the worship of Jesus into the Quran. Okay, that's you see, that's the way they trick, the worship of Jesus. Nah, I said, you see, now when we talk about ISIS, see, that's the black stone. That's the black hole of Nu, in which the sun disk was born. So when you look at the Black Madonna of the Catholics, and then you look at the black stone, the Kaab, the El Rukin, that's in Mecca, that is the sacred womb of the mother goddess. Okay, Aset. Okay, which they perverted and they call Mary. That's what it is. Don't let them tell you nothing else. They call her Ishtar. They call her Heteru. They call her all these different names, but the original personification was the god Aset. But through the Catholics, you see, because it was just a stone. Who gave them the concept to put the outer casing on it that looked like a womb? See, you got to understand everything start with a concept. How did that come about? Okay, now let's check this out. Matter of fact, let's bring this back up. And they talk about, wait a minute. Now, the thing is, a lot of people don't know that the cube, see, when you open up a cube, it becomes a cross. Did y'all know that? Man, the symbolisms is deep. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You already know. You already know what the blackness is, El Suit Typhon. We already know. You're dropping heavy mental out there now. If you're going to drop it, drop it. You see? So you understand? Yeah, so they understand. But Kedar, when you talk about the black tents, and that he was black as the tents of Kedar, which is another symbolism. That's right, carbon. The melanin, cosmic melanin of the universe. You see? But when it opened up, you see, when you open that cube up, it becomes a cross. So this is a hidden symbolism that they're not talking about. Wait a minute. Let me get up here. Where the let me get up here to ice. And it's crazy when you look at it, though. You know what? Because when you look at the Christian, when you look at the non, and then you look at what they call the Muslima, you see what I'm saying? They wear the same damn garb. You see, when you look at them, they wear the same garb. There is no difference in them. Okay, there is no difference in them, and so you be aware that you especially them Catholics and the Muslims. Ain't no getting away from that. Wait a minute, where Mary at? The praying. I'm gonna just bring it over. I had. I'll just come out. Let me just come on this one. Okay. Let me see. Okay, this right here. Okay, this the black woman is God. Coming back over. You see? Now when you see, I brought this out. Now y'all know I dropped this. Y'all already know who brought this to the planet and showed the Muslim. They niggas been stealing my shit ever since. Okay, everybody know who brought this and showed that the god is ISIS, and the Muslim had stole the what they call not the prayers, but prostrations, the prostrations. You see that they go through, and say right down there it says you even got your prayers from the black woman. You see, and so when you look at Isis and these ancient statues where you see the goddess Isis in prostrations, spiritual prostrations that existed thousands of years before Islam. And then they sitting up here talking about Allah gave them and Muhammad gave them. And no, you lying, Abdullah. You lying, Abdullah. I'm not gonna let you get away with that, Abdullah. No, sir. No, sir. You're gonna have to get back on your goat. You're gonna have to roll up out of here, Abdullah. We can't let you get away with this thievery, this spiritual thievery. You see him right here. You see, so then you know exactly where they got their prostrations from. Period. This is where they got them straight up. And not only when you talk about, the veneration of the black stone, which is the womb of the sacred cosmic mothers, a heavenly mother, new, in which the womb, the black hole where the sun was born, and I showed you that. You see, this is what you're seeing. And when you see Jesus supposedly resurrecting from, hell, you see him, you see the halo, but you see the sun coming through the womb. And when you go into Islam, and it was just a stone, and then they recreated it with a outer casing that gives it the manifestation of the womb. You see what all of this is coming together. So you can run, but you cannot hide. The worship of Isis, and I can show you but this is I got so much. I could show you the obelisks of Osar all throughout Mecca, venerated. I could show you that, and we will show you that at another day. Maybe tomorrow we'll have it there for you. Y'all stay tuned. We still got some more work up to put up here today, family. But the hidden worship of the ancient Egyptian goddess Isis in Islam, which came out of the thievery of the Catholics, the Romans that stole from Egypt, created the Theotokos, the one that they call the Virgin Mary, and through the mysteries of the Catholics, they added that to Islam. Ain't no running no more. We know exactly what's going on, and we got you. This is General Sarasun Seti. I want y'all to get over there, find one of them websites, and to support the general. We dropping heavy mental. Nobody do it. We done already touched on 3. I mean, goddamn, we ain't done. We gonna touch on some more today. We gonna touch on some more tomorrow. We about to wake up the mind. Yeah, I've been, teaching politics and all of that, but now it's time to come back to the temple. You see, it's time for the general to come back to the temple. So arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. I'll see you real soon. Black Power.